So you got your new Hakko FX-951, and so far you're pretty happy with it. At least I am. I got the micro solder, the 3032. I got the 2027 that came with it. Got the dish. I got several different tips. More tips on the way. I got different sleeves for it, which is great. Yeah, it's all these accessories, and it works absolutely wonderful. As a matter of fact, I've even rigged it so I don't need this anymore. Now I can change the temperature on the fly without the need of inserting a card, which works out really good. But I forgot one thing when I was inside of it last time, which was kind of a big thing because, well, it's kind of loud. And I don't mind the little beep. Actually, I like the little beep to tell me when it's hot, ready to roll. But on the other hand, the loud beep when I'm changing from the 2032 back to the 2027, or if I'm changing tips from one tip on the 2032 to a different tip, or even if I'm changing tips on the 2027 from one type of tip to another, it lets off an ear-piercing sound during that time of changing the tip, which, you know, you would expect to, because it has that error. Now, we do have option menu 5 in this one, which I could change over to a 1 that would disable the speaker, but it also disables any warning errors too as well, and it also disables the beep to tell me it reached temperature. And like I said, I actually kind of like the little warning to let me know it reached temperature, so I want to keep that part. Unfortunately, if I disable it in the firmware, it disables it completely and I get no beeps out of it at all. Now, this may be convenient under certain situations, but in my case, a low beep is welcomed, just not a constant, long, very irritating beep when I'm changing from one tip to another. So we're going to open her up a second time. Just a real quick open, of course. There we go. The one thing I forgot to do was cover the speaker up. Now, the speaker might get a little hot. The transformer is going to throw some heat. So I'm going to go with something that's got a little bit of an insulating property for dampening the sound, but at the same time can withstand a little bit of heat. Some 3M double stick tape. I know for a fact that 3M double stick tape can withstand a little bit of heat, simply because of the hobby application that I've used it in previously, as well as, apparently I made it a little too big, so I'm going to trim it down, as well as having that cushioned effect. Nice cushioned effect anyway, to dampen the sound, where I can still hear the beep and I can still hear when it's disconnected and I'm changing tips, but it won't be ear-piercingly loud, annoying, but it should still be okay with a little bit of heat at the same time. So there we go. That should be a perfect size square to cover it from one part of the circle to the other. I'm just going to press this on, a little bit of pressure, and let's see what kind of a difference this makes. Unfortunately, you wouldn't notice it on my phone even if I did produce the sound before hitting record on the video, because the phone has a noise canceling that would have dampened it to the video, to you the viewer anyway, because I'm recording with my phone. But that should take care of the two complaints that I've heard about this, which is 1, the speaker being too loud when you change the tip, and 2, having to put that pesky card in all the time, and 3, having that card get in your way every time you go to change from the 2027 to the 2032. Now we should have all the issues solved. Not to mention, I was able to open it up and take a peek and make sure that this was an authentic Hakko, because I got it for a really good price on eBay. So there was a little bit of a concern there, of course. Anytime you get something for too good of a price, you wonder, well, was it too good of a price because it was too good of a price? And of course, with all the copies and fakes and everything on the market today, it's a valid thing to be concerned about. Now the trick with putting this back together again that I've noticed is the piece back here. This plug expects it to be pinched in, so you gotta give it a little bit of pressure back here for the plug, because the plug is usually pushed in after the fact. So there we go, that puts that back together. Verifying that it's an authentic was very easy to do. So let's go ahead and we'll insert this tip here. Put the sleep plug in the back. Plug the unit into the wall. And of course, the first time you turn it on without this plugged in, we should get an ear-piercing error message. Not nearly as ear-piercing anymore. That's a very nice, low, refined beep. I like that. Now we turn it on. We can still change the temperature. Without the card. And there's the beep, and there's the sleep. So we've reached temperature. It's a nice low beep, and it goes to sleep. And if I decide that I want to change tips, I can do so without waking up the whole household, and still enjoy that little beep knowing when I hit the right temperature, just by doing this. And it's not nearly as loud. I like it. That's not bad at all. If I decide I want to change to the micro, I can do so as well now. Just as easy. We pull this tip out and we'll move this over here. So we'll pull down. There we go. Now we can just kind of wrap this up here on the station. And we hit our temperature and our sleep because I heard the little beep. Oh, you know what? That's right. Sleep jack was plugged into the wrong one. There we go. Here's our temperature. Yep. And there's our sleep. We should bring it back down to 200. Works really nicely. Can't complain. Not that loud. Well, it is loud. It's still there. You're definitely going to hear it. Not nearly as loud, I should say. It's a comfortable loud. I'm happy with it. And I could deal with it. So, now we've changed temperatures and everything. No need for any, get in there. Wrap the station up while we're at it. No need for any card. No need to disable the speaker altogether in the firmware because it's not going to wake the house up, and I still get to hear that nice little beep letting me know when After I change the tip, it reaches the temperature that I was expecting it to reach, or I know it reaches the temperature after it goes to sleep or something like that. And I'm happy with that because I like that little beep. If there's a way to keep that little beep without actually taking away the, you know, take away the loud beep without taking away the little beep, I probably would have done it, but unfortunately that's not one of the firmware features they offer. So have to deal with what we have, and that's what we have. And what I have is no more cards, so this goes in the box so I don't lose it. And very happy with the Hakko FX-951. Very, very happy. Definitely will recommend it. But if you want to cushion the sound nicely and you work in a quiet environment, then the electrical tape is okay. It doesn't quite cushion it as much. Kapton tape definitely won't cushion it that much, or Scotch tape won't cushion it that much. Grab yourself some good 3M double stick tape. It's got a nice cushion on it. Give it a nice hard press on there, and it'll buffer and cushion it nicely. It won't take it away completely, but it will definitely cut the sound by, I would say it probably cuts it 70%. Still loud enough to hear the beep, loud enough to hear the error messages, or alert you when there's something wrong while you're soldering and you don't have to keep your eyes on it all the time, but not ear piercing and not waking up the neighborhood or everybody in your house. Thanks for watching, keep on tinkering, and be safe.